I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm
So
Amy.
okay, you're Amy. And have you decided who you're going to support yet?
Not 100%, no.
Okay, and you are here at a Ron Paul event. Why did you come?
My husband is totally going to vote for him, so I am familiar with him, but wanted to, meet him in person and get a little bit more personal with him.
Okay, did you just ask him a question?
No, I did
That was
not.
somebody else?
Yeah.
What are your big issues that you're looking at?
Obviously the war, healthcare, the economy. Those are the big ones.
Okay.
I would say.
Do you know if you'll vote Democrat or Republican?
Still haven't decided that yet either.
Okay. When do you usually decide?
Probably within the next month, I would say.
All right. Thank you so much. Your first name?
Capril.
Okay. And why did you come to a Ron Paul event?
Well, because I basically believe in what he's saying. My husband and I have 2 small children, and we are from the state of Massachusetts, which is quite regulated in many ways, and we've just kind of begun to wake up to the fact that we're losing some of our freedoms. And I voted Republican. I voted for Bush, and when I was pregnant with him, we went to war, and I was very conflicted over the war from my party. You're supposed to support your president, you're supposed to support your leader. Come from a very long line of Republicans, and I went, there was always a reservation in my heart over this, and it's taken me, he's 4.5, it's taken me 4.5 years to come to the conclusion that I am 4 square against the war. I have no idea why we're there other than some contrived reason, and I don't want my babies to be drugged through, because now we're at 16 years. Vietnam went on for 15 or 16 years. What happens when he's 18? And we have to draft our babies for a war that we should not be there for, because if we're doing it now, we'll be doing it in 16 years. So that's why we support Ron Paul at this point.
So have you decided definitely you'll vote for Ron Paul? Or are you still looking?
Absolutely.
Do you have any other issues that you're looking at in addition to the war?
Well, I think just basically states' rights. We live in the state of Massachusetts, and on Thursday, I think, we had a hearing on spanking being banned in the state of Massachusetts. And it does not matter where you fall on the issue of spanking, whether you choose to or not to. That's your own personal choice as a parent. I chose to stay home with my children and raise them myself, put aside career and work. I'm a teacher, put it aside so that I could raise my babies. That was my choice. And to think that a government could step inside my home and take that right away from me to raise my babies, they haven't contributed to the raising of my children thus far. How dare they even consider hearing the argument of taking that right away from me as a mom, regardless of what I do with that right? But that's my right. So that is huge. The government infringement into my own home is very tangible, very salient, and quite scary.
What is your first name?
My name's Melissa.
All right, and where do you live?
I live in New Boston, New Hampshire.
All right, and have you decided who to support for president?
I am going to vote for Ron Paul. I'm going to vote for him in the primary and see him all the way through.
What is your issue this year that's making you vote for Ron Paul?
The issue is the Patriot Act, our freedoms being taken away little bit by little bit by little bit. It is the war in Iraq, the potential and the talk of us going into Iran. I believe in everything that Ron Paul says. I just believe in him. He's a man that speaks from his heart, and there is not a candidate out there that I know of that speaks with such truth, such honesty, straight from his heart. It's not sound bites.
All right, and who did you vote for in the last election?
I supported Dean in the very beginning, and then I voted for Kerry.
And this is your first time not voting Democrat?
Yes, I have voted Democrat since the day I was able to vote. In every election, I've supported a Democrat. This is the first election in which I'll be voting in a Republican primary, and I'll be voting for Ron Paul. And this is the first candidate that I've ever felt so strongly and enamored of. So that says something.